In this episode, we will discuss the third house, which, as you probably already know, lies counterclockwise to the left of the Lagna. As stated in our previous video, the second house sustains the aspects of the first house, i.e., the second house provides resources like immediate family, home, and wealth for the newly born baby by the first house. In Vedic astrology, there is a rule that the next house provides resources to sustain the results of the previous house. Therefore, the third house carries the energies and influences of the second house and adds its unique qualities to the mix. In other words, the third house provides resources to sustain the results of the second house. It is common knowledge that communication skills and courage are essential to carry the aspects of a second house like immediate family, home, wealth, property, etc. The third house, as the second house to the second house, carries on these themes more communicatively and dynamically. Sages of the Vedic era noticed that communication skills and courage correlated strongly with the strength of the third house in a birth chart. The third house is closely associated with communication and governs how individuals express themselves. This includes verbal and written communication, as well as body language and nonverbal cues. When the third house is strong, it can add a boost of energy and vitality to the areas represented by the second house. This can manifest in several ways. For example, a strong third house can enhance an individual's communication skills, which can help them negotiate better deals and accumulate more wealth. It can also make them more outgoing and social, which can help them build strong relationships with family members and acquire more possessions. Additionally, the third house is associated with short-distance travel, which can represent the movement of goods and resources in the business world, and the third house's influence can make it easier for an individual to conduct business with people in their immediate surroundings. A strong third house can also help an individual develop better learning and education skills, which can aid them in building a solid foundation for their future. On the other hand, a weak third house can cause challenges in the areas represented by the second house. For instance, it can lead to communication difficulties, a lack of social skills, or a disinterest in learning, which can hinder an individual's ability to accumulate wealth and build relationships. The third house is also related to siblings and neighbors. It governs the relationship between siblings and their influence on an individual's life, and the relationship between an individual and their neighbors. The third house can indicate whether an individual has a positive or negative relationship with their siblings and neighbors. The third house governs an individual's hobbies and interests, particularly those that involve communication and socializing. It represents an individual's desire to explore new things and connect with others who share their interests. The third house is also associated with the movement of arms, hands, wrists, fingers, shoulders, and upper back, as these are closely related to expression and communication through body language. The third house also governs our respiratory tracts and lungs. Thanks for watching.